Hi, my name is Kate, and I would like to tell you my story. As a kid, I've always grown up in the Christian household, but the Christian lifestyle wasn't demonstrated. My father was abusive and would constantly insult me on a daily basis, saying things like I was worthless, good for nothing, and stupid. Because of this, I began to feel as if I were unwanted by my father, and I began to struggle with depression, anxiety, and social issues. And all I really wanted at the time was to be normal, so my dad would finally be proud of me. My mom finally had enough and moved out. I didn't feel anything, but I felt like I should feel something. I regularly attended a youth group and I reached out for advice from the leaders as I should deal with my problem. They just told me not to think about it, and my mom did the same, which later in life made it hard for me to deal with my issues. I also felt unwanted again because they didn't want to take the time to help me. I moved around a lot during that time and moved back in with my dad. I felt trapped every time we moved in with my dad. My mom later found a roommate, and I did not feel comfortable living there at all because the neighborhood wasn't the best. There were literally gunshots every night, and I feared for my life. I've always known the gospel growing up, so I knew God would be there for me. So I prayed, and I felt His presence there with me. I felt wanted and loved. My mom ended moving up with her boyfriend, and I didn't get along with him at all, which led into even more issues and led me to be even more depressed. I did not mean to turn away from the face, I just forgot it was there. I completely lost hope. I did nothing but lay in bed all day, just to roll around in self-pity. I felt that my life was never going to change, and every day I would feel worse and worse. The two father figures in my life had abused me, and I didn't really know how to feel about that. My mom could tell I didn't want to be living around her boyfriend anymore, so she had me move in back with my dad, even though she knew I didn't want to live there either. When I was back at my dad's, nothing had changed, not even me being somewhat decent in his eyes. I was just still a disappointment. I felt awful, and I believed I was awful. That's how the rest of my high school went. In college, I was introduced to an organization called Crew. I knew God always loved me, but I truly began to fully believe it. He wanted me to be successful, and He sent Jesus so I could. I built up my courage to attend the meetings, and through His grace, I was accepted as part of the group. I still struggle from time to time, but I know that I don't have to deal with my issues alone. God's there for me and has a plan for me. Because of His love and grace, I am not worthless, but I am validated.